All right, it's been a couple days. We've been on this Route 751, and every little town we come to has no services of any sort other than like tractor parts or auto parts. Oh, and it is, yesterday got up in the upper 80s. Today it's supposed to be 90. It has been hot. We camped next to a river last night. I didn't shoot any video because I was sitting there chatting with a local that grew up here his whole life, and he'd been fishing the same fishing hole since he was a little boy, right along the river. And yeah, so we stayed right next to the river, got a bath, and now we're headed for a little town called West Lafayette. That's a couple miles away. They have at least a gas station and a Dollar General. I can get Freyja's dog food because we ran out yesterday. I mean, she ate yesterday, but yeah, we ran out. So now we get to town. But there's a bunch of cool people because people float the river where we stayed at. And a bunch of people that came in, they had a bunch of extra food and stuff. So they offered me a couple sandwiches and some drinks. And Freyja got some big old pile of lunch meat, big old pile of turkey for dinner. And that was sweet of them. It was a town of Orange we stayed in, where you can access the river. Had a sign up, no camping, but nobody ever checks, and it wasn't like a sheriff put it up. It was like a natural resources center put it up or something. But I don't leave anything behind, so I don't see the problem with just laying some grass down for the night. It'll be back up probably by afternoon. No harm. And I like staying next to water, because then I can filter and I can take a bath and go swimming. But we've been walking for a few miles already, and I'm already starting to sweat. But now we got the sun to the back of us. I got a half a liter of water left. Hoping to make that stretch till we get to town, because the water around here is gross. I filtered some water and I didn't filter it. I mean, I grabbed some water out of a park back in Bakersville, and literally it just reeks like, almost like oil and sulfur. Yeah. So we found a creek down the road, and it didn't smell of anything other than water. So I filtered that, and it tasted fine. But yeah, they must have like a mineral spirit or mineral spring that flows through all their water through that area. Yeah, it was very eggy, hard to drink, very hard to drink. It didn't do anything to the stomach, so. And I've been in areas like Ashland and Medford, especially Ashland, Oregon. Most of their groundwater is all sulfur, mineral water. And it's very pungent. You pretty much have to wash your clothes in it and bathe in it there. If you're living on the outskirts, like have off a well and stuff. In town, I think that water treatment. But yeah, it's beautiful out here. Warming it. Oh, can't wait for something nice and cold to drink. Get some supplies, fill my water jugs back up, and then we're on to Coshocton, which is another 4 or 5 miles to the west. And it's a bigger city. We're gonna try to hitch over there to get to the river and try to stay over there tonight, because it's gonna be hot. And I don't wanna be walking in 90-degree weather. And I don't wanna make Freyja walk in 90-degree weather. Lots of soybean out here. Haven't seen any hemp. Nobody's switched over to hemp in Ohio. At least not in the parts I'm walking. It's supposed to be one more hot day, and then it's supposed to kind of cool down to the low 80s tomorrow and the next day, and then jump back up, but we'll see. Definitely tell it's going to be hot today. All right, guys. Well, just checking in.